Chapter 291, What is Enlightenment and How to Level Up? 3. In fact, most of the time, when we talk about comprehension and enlightened mind, it still includes idealism. To be more specific, you have to understand the source of the mountain, the symbolic meaning of a mountain, the evolution of mountains. Putting everything else aside, don't you think the word mountain is very vivid? First, you have to treat the mountain as a whole with substance. Then, you have to understand it. Zhu Tui seemed to have understood something as he listened. He had a new understanding of the so-called Enlightenment. How about this? You need to improve your comprehension of the mountain. You'll find you some ancient books that are related to mountains. You can take a portion of them to study. I'll organize the rest into e-books and send them to you. I reckon that your understanding of mountains will be completely different after you finish reading these contents. Bian Yuan said, "All right, thank you, Mr. Bian." Then, Bian Yuan searched through the pile of books for a while and found more than 10 ancient books related to the word mountain. "I'll send you the electronic information about the mountain later." "Yes, thank you, Mr. Bian." Zhu Tui thanked him again before leaving. He felt a little stuffy and mysterious. But at least he had found a direction to work toward. On the way back, Zhu Tui suddenly received a call from Luo Shifeng. "The day after tomorrow, the Yamato Sector's Konoha Genetic Evolution College invited us to do an academic report. It will take about a day to go back and forth. Are you going?" Luo Shifeng asked. 1. Zhu Tui hesitated. Luo Shifeng spoke again. "You can choose for yourself. It's fine no matter what. Currently, the Konoha Genetic Evolution College in the Yamato sector has given you a teaching fee of 200,000 yuans. As a professor, I have 400,000 yuans. However, you are the #1 researcher. If you want to go, I can fight for you and get you 400,000 yuans of teaching fees at the professor level. Also, they provide security and transport," Luo Shifeng said. 400,000. Zhu Tui was tempted by this number. It was just a day. He could still read books, learn, and cultivate on the way. The real lecture and exchange time was only 3 to 4 hours. "Mr. Luo, what do you suggest?" Zhu Tui asked. "My suggestion is for you to go. One is to pick up money for free and not waste time. In addition, the world will only confirm your status after you communicate with it. At the same time, it would also increase your status in Wuxia. I reckon that if you make a few trips to increase your influence, coupled with your personal strength, you will definitely be able to become a professor when you graduate." Luo Shifeng had already said so. Zhu Tui naturally agreed. In any case, the timing did not conflict. At 2:30 p.m. on the 21st of October, the special car sent by the Yamato sector's Konoha Genetic Evolution College arrived at the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College on time. A luxurious commercial flying car and 2 escort flying cars arrived. Not only were they very advanced, but the person in charge of security leading the team was also an expert at the genetic evolution stage. However, Zhu Tui was called to Luo Shifeng's office in the neurology department before he set off. 2 women and a man were waiting for Zhu Tui in the office. "Mr. Luo, Thesis? Let me introduce you. This is Tian Suking, the director of the Special Intelligence Division of the capital. This is Wang Guanyan, the director of the Special Intelligence Division of the Capital Genetic Evolution College," Luo Shifeng introduced. Zhu Tui's heart tightened when he heard that they were from the Special Intelligence Division. Back in Jincheng Prefecture, he had interacted with the Special Intelligence Division, but he did not feel good about it. Wang Guanyan, the director of the Special Intelligence Division of the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College, was a very ordinary middle-aged man. He was so ordinary that he would not even look at a second time if he was thrown into a crowd. He was dressed in old-fashioned clothes, had slightly greasy hair, and looked ordinary. However, Zhu Tui did not dare to underestimate him. The real elites of the Special Intelligence Division were mostly like Wang Guanyan. Tian Suking, the director of the Special Intelligence Division of the capital, had an appearance that could barely be described as beautiful. However, her face was very sharp and oppressive. Standing in Luo Shifeng's office, she felt like the owner. Moreover, Zhu Tui could sense that Tian Suking's mind power was extremely powerful. Zhu Tui felt as if he had been cut by a knife when Tian Suking deliberately glanced at him. He greeted them one by one calmly. He looked at the last blonde beauty who had a beautiful figure and was dressed fashionably. Her age could not be determined. "Mr. Luo, who is this? Ha ha ha, there's no hurry. I'll introduce her to you on the way later. If nothing goes wrong, she'll be your mistress soon." Luo Shifeng laughed and stretched out his arm slightly. The blonde beauty held Luo Shifeng's arm and walked out. "You guys chat first. I'll wait for you outside," Luo Shifeng said. Zhu Tui roughly understood why the Special Intelligence Division had come to look for him before he left the house today. Confidentiality. Researchershu, your research results are still within the confidentiality period, as well as your personal value. There are two things that I have specially come to tell you. I hope you will take them seriously. This is a confidentiality regulation that clearly lists certain confidential directions regarding your research results. When you participate in the academic exchange, if you encounter such a problem, please avoid or not answer, Tian Suking said directly. If there's anything you don't understand, you can ask me now. In addition, you have now entered the Wuxia Genetic Committee's special talent pool. Our Special Intelligence Division wants to establish a special emergency communication channel with you. Remember these two phone numbers. Contact us immediately if you encounter any dangerous situations. Also, this is my private number. You can also contact me directly in an emergency, Tian Suking said. Zhu Tui took them and noted them down one by one. At the same time, Wang Guanyan, who had not spoken, also handed over a phone number with a smile. Of course, you can also contact me directly. When you call us, it's all encrypted channels, and the signal field is completely covered. As long as the signal is not completely blocked, we can be contacted, Wang Guanyan said with a smile. Thank you. After that, Tian Suking and Wang Guanyan from the Special Intelligence Division left. It could be considered routine. After that, Zhu Tun and Luo Shifeng boarded a private car heading to the Yamato District's Konoha Genetic Evolution College. In the car, Zhu Tui learned that the blonde beauty's name was Feng Yin. She was Luo Shifeng's new girlfriend. The shameful thing was that Luo Shifeng, this old man, was shameless. This time, he used the opportunity of going to the Yamato sector for an academic exchange to bring his girlfriend along to broaden her horizons. It could be considered a public holiday, and the expenditure was all provided by the Yamato sector. The luxurious repulsive force flying car that the Yamato sector's Konoha Genetic Evolution College sent to pick Zutun and the others up was very large. The three of them and the driver were very relaxed. Along the way, Luo Shifeng and Feng Yin interlocked their fingers. They were extremely loving. Zhu Tui reckoned that it was only because there were other people in the car. Otherwise, Luo Shifeng, who was so shameless, would have immediately filmed an AV in the repulsive force flying car. Not only was Zhu Tui a third wheel along the way, but he was also fed spoonfuls of sweetness by Luo Shifeng and Feng Yin. Zhu Tui was extremely frustrated. Out of sight, out of mind. Zhu Tui closed his eyes and entered a state of cultivation. However, according to Zhaoxu's instructions, he had to maintain 50% of his mind power when he was outside.